issue of prison reform came up before lawmakers at the state capitol in Lincoln today. But lawmakers and prosecutors are not seeing eye to eye when it comes to some ideas for reducing prison overcrowding. KMTV Action 3 News reporter Josh Egbert has this story from Lincoln.
Lawmakers say it's some of the most important pieces of legislation they will pass this legislative session. But three of the bills that reduce prison overcrowding and address the prison problems here in Nebraska aren't sitting well with some county attorneys.
The prison overcrowding situation has taken us to a point where we are 159% of capacity, and we'll get to 170% if we don't do something.
It's an issue lawmakers said at the beginning of session was one of their main priorities.
This is a Nebraska-specific solution that addresses the challenges that have plagued our correctional system for years.
Omaha Senator Heath Mello introduced a bill that would increase the use of probation for nonviolent offenders. It was drafted by recommendations from the Council of State Governments and the Justice Reinvestment Working Group.
Because our prisons are already over capacity, resources must be prioritized to ensure they deliver the best return on our investment in public safety.
Under the bill, sentences would follow the 1/3 rule, meaning minimum sentences could not be longer than 1/3 of the maximum sentence. That provision, though, isn't sitting well with county attorneys.
We're concerned that if you have such a serious crime as a rape, class 2 felony, 30 to 45 years sentence, and have that all of a sudden be reduced from a 15 to 45, and to allow for parole to be considered at 7.5 years.
Senator Mello says 70% of the nearly 1,000 prison admissions in 2013 were nonviolent offenders. Another proposal attorneys don't like, a change to the state's habitual criminal law. That law currently hands a mandatory 10 years to a criminal's third felony offense.
But it is not everything that I would want had I written it. We'll never get all that we want in a bill of this magnitude, but it is a very substantive first step.
Today's debate just began to scratch the surface of these three bills. Lawmakers will return to the Capitol here tomorrow to begin discussing once again those bills. Reporting from the Capitol in Lincoln, Josh Egbert, KMTV Action 3 News.